What's up, everyone? It is Mitchell J, the Scaredy Cat Guide, and it is Monday night on the East Coast here in the U.S. We are just wrapping up Memorial Day weekend, and it was not a very positive weekend for crypto. Everyone was out barbecuing, I guess, instead of buying crypto. But let's take a quick look at Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin, because those are basically, some of the big coins, top five coins, and although they're all acting a little different, they all do have one thing in common, and that is that they've seen selling pressure over the last 48 hours. Some are at support levels, some are still searching for support levels. So we'll look at Bitcoin first, of course, and you can see we're talking about how um, essentially we broke down in that the next real clear support is, these 6,500 area levels that prior bottom here from April, also prior bottom from back in February. So that is our next support. It's obviously a prominent price point because essentially we found our footing there twice. So we'll see if a third time can also come through for us. But bottom line is this candle just closed, the daily candle. So we literally just started a new day. And clearly you see we got pretty good sell off here. So we're at 7,100 or so, and we're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. So unless we get a random rally, there's a good probability that we're going to see mid sixes again, which obviously no one's happy about, but that is the next clear support. Hopefully we get some random rally and we don't have to do that. Obviously upside, well, really, you're looking at these bottoms now around 8K. We need to make a run at 8K, and then from there, see what the price action looks like to see if possibly we can push up and therefore get into a positive tone. But the bottom line is right now I'm just watching the downside here of about 6,500 and obviously not adding any new Bitcoin and kind of just riding my long-term position. And if we get back down to 6,500, then I will look for an entry signal and possibly look to add there. But again, gotta wait to see if we get down there. Ideally we don't. Ideally we get some kind of catalyst that rallies us. So now let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, which had been acting better, got its butt kicked over the last week. So you see it was holding that 680 level, broke down, paused for a little bit, leg down again, which, is orderly, but also not good because it's, happening to the downside. So you look at this up move, big up move, consolidation, up move, consolidation. Well, guess what? We're doing the opposite now. Down move, consolidation, down move. We're basically just stair stepping down. So we'll see what happens. This last consolidation can possibly be a level of support. So we're looking at about 500. So not far from there. You see 500 was the bottom. So like 5 to 515, and we're about there right now. If that doesn't hold, then we have downside risk all the way to 400. So as far as targets for Ethereum, I'm looking at 500 as possible support. Obviously on the upside, this prior high consolidation of 600 is the upside. So we'll see what happens. If it gets down to 5, I want to see essentially this. I want to see consolidation, and then hopefully, we can rally off of it as opposed to just consolidating before we break down again and, go towards the 4s. Now, Litecoin's a little different because even though it's also lower, it is basically at its big support level. So, we have this triangle. It broke out of it and moved higher, and then after making a higher high, ended up breaking down, made a lower low, broke through this support, and now we've been grinding lower and just grinding our way to this support level. So now the question is, are we continuing to just grind, or is it going to find its footing here at a support that's been used several times? We bounced off it here a few times, then boom, it became a brick wall here, an absolute floor till we bounced off it. So will it act as a floor again? Because if it doesn't, could get ugly. Next stop, you're looking at, what is this? About 98. You see, this last essentially pullback before we went parabolic. And then really, it's more so about $85, $86 where you see at least some real support in terms of consolidation and bounces. But and neither of those are even all that great. So ideal situation, we hold 110. Otherwise, it's going to get a little iffy, and there's not blatantly clear levels like there is with this support right here at 110. So yeah, the question is, are these big crypto names going to find some footing as we kick off, the new week after the holiday weekend? Obviously, crypto is not, driven just by U.S. It's not like U.S. stocks. this is worldwide, and obviously you have the U.S. market, the Asian market. I mean, really doing a lot of the price movements, a lot of the pushes up and down. So we'll see what happens. But that's the deal. Just scrolling through the news, I saw something I wanted to point out. Deloitte report says businessmen who don't consider blockchain, they risk falling behind. This is the type of news I like to see because the bottom line is the blockchain technology, again, is what I was talking about, is what is behind all these cryptos, and that is the true, uh, innovative, technology that's going to change the way that industries do business. So always remember, we want to find ways to be exposed to not just cryptos, but more so the blockchains, because we don't know which crypto coins are really going to end up being the mainstays. But we do know the blockchain is going to continue to expand and blow up, just like the internet did. The internet was the mainstay. We knew the internet essentially was going to become a part of our lives and change the way businesses went about conducting daily activities. But it was like, all right, what .com companies are going to be the ones that end up surviving or making big money? So we're kind of in the same situation, which is why I like to diversify amongst the coins I'm in, and also try and invest in some blockchain companies, blockchain stocks, outside of crypto. So it's important to not only understand the cryptos that you're investing in, but also have a basic understanding of the technology, and also to always diversify a little bit. So I want I want to invest in cryptos. I think it's a great time to get into cryptos, but at the same time, you need to kind of make sure you have a little exposure to all the facets of what blockchain and cryptocurrency bring to us as investors. So I will put some links in the show notes as always. If you need to understand more about the blockchain, obviously I explain that in the Scared to Cat Guide to Knowing What the Heck Bitcoin Is ebook. So feel free to download that. It is free for you to grab. So I think that's it for now. We'll see how things shape up over the next 24 hours, and I will see you on the next video.